Hey everyone, welcome to Mr. Teach Film Preach, and if you're a film lover like I am, and you're a superhero DC film lover like I am, then you're in the right place. So if you're in the right place, consider clicking like down below and subscribing to my channel for more content. Also, while you're down there, comment, what did you think of The Flash? And while you're down there, click that like button and subscribe. Help me get to that 200 subscriber goal that we have for this channel this year. So today we're talking about the 2023 superhero DC film, The Flash. Barry Allen, aka The Flash, uses his super speed by help through the use of the Speed Force to go back in time and change his past and what happened to him and his parents. But his attempt to save his loved ones only creates an alternative world without superheroes, forcing him to race for his own life in order to save his own future.
You have no idea what the consequences can be. Bruce, I could fix things. You could also destroy everything.
This can't be happening. I created a world with no metahumans.
Oh boy, okay.
And here we go.
First of all, you have to address that this film was in developmental hell for a very long time. At first it was going to be this director, then that director dropped, and then these writers quit, until it finally settled on Muschietti, who had directed It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. Overall, Ezra Miller did an okay job as the Flash. Just coming off of The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I did love that movie, but I never really saw Ezra Miller as a leading actor. They just was there, and I thought can be funny and charming sometimes, but ultimately I don't know if they can carry an entire film on their own. This film kind of proves it. Damn, I'm good! Not that they did a bad job in the movie or anything like that. I just don't know if they quite have the charisma and also the acting ability to really pull off a role like Barry Allen. From friends of mine that are fans, what I know about Barry Allen, he is quite a complex character. He's quite a hard character to nail down. I don't have any attached notions to the Flash, so I'm going into this film with no expectations and just to have a good time and have some fun. This movie did not work. Oops. While I had some fun with this film and there were some great parts, this movie is kind of a train wreck. Some of the heartfelt scenes, like between Barry and his mother, I thought were really well done. Ezra Miller shined the most is in those dramatic moments. But everything I felt with Barry Allen himself in present day, like Barry Allen in our universe, he was just kind of bland. Some of the dialogue is just god-awful. And in fact, there's a moment in the film, he says the line, and it's in the trailer.
There might not be a future.
When I saw the trailer, I kind of cringed with the line, and I did it again in this film. A lot of his performance is kind of cringy at times. Doesn't mean it was bad or awful, no, but I don't think it was exceptional. I don't know if he's necessarily the best pick for The Flash. Then there's all of the controversy with Ezra Miller in their own personal life that for sure affected this film. At least it affected people wanting to come out and support this film and see it in theaters. I can usually separate art from the artist. Just the performance itself was, it was fine. It was shaky at parts. There were some parts where it worked, but generally, overall, I didn't think it was a good performance. Michael Keaton returning as Batman in the cape and cowl after all these years.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Christian Bale as Batman, for me, that is Batman. But growing up as a child was Michael Keaton. Growing up on the VHS and DVDs of Batman and Batman Returns with Michael Keaton. I love those films and I loved him as Batman, so it was so great to see him return. But that's it. Like, they didn't really do much to further develop the Batman character. It was cool to see him on screen and have that character there, but it was a missed opportunity. This might be a hot take. They should have gotten Christian Bale and done it with Christian Bale's Batman. And I don't know how that would have worked, and I don't even know if Christian Bale would have come back and reprised that role, but it would have been great to have him in there. A lot of people who are like over 34, 35, that generation is going to be like, no, Michael Keaton is the best Batman. I'm so glad he was in this film. It depends on who your quote-unquote Batman is. I love Michael Keaton and his performance. He did the best he could with what he had, but there's not much for him to do in the script just besides to be the person that comes along with the Flash and helps support. Actually, the supporting characters in this film were awesome. So Sasha Calle as Supergirl was fantastic. I wanted more. It'd be great to see that character in another film. And like I mentioned before, this film is funny in parts. There are a lot of jokes though in this film that are just total misses. Like, the opening scene of showing Barry and his powers as the Flash and rescuing all those babies falling out of a hospital window. Yes, you heard me correct.
I mean, what the hell is going on?
That scene just did not work. I didn't find it funny or charming at all. Babies falling and he's catching babies in microwaves. I thought it fell totally flat, awkward, and the CGI looked horrible. And that brings me to my next point. This film looks like dog.
It is shit, Austin.
I was shocked. This is a film that looks like it was done on PlayStation graphics, like just before Avatar. We would have been like, yeah, okay, this movie's all right. Like, it's actually pretty good. It looks decent, but we're in 2023. This should not be the threshold of this is acceptable. And I know there's deadlines and I know there's budgets, but this should not be as bad as this looks. And I know the director came out and said it's supposed to look this way.
What? What are you talking about?
That doesn't mean it looks good. And that's too bad because this movie had a lot of potential. That brings me to my story point. This movie is a mess with its plot, with its story, with its villain. Like, who is it going to be focused on? There's General Zod, but then there's like this other character that we see when he's traveling through the Time Force that kind of makes him get stuck in another alternate universe where there are no metahumans. And it's so unclear. It feels more like three separate, like almost mini films that were combined, those three, and put them into one movie. Like, the first hour is about Barry and his life and where he's at, and then getting stuck in an alternate world where he finds himself, another version, a younger version of himself, who was super annoying in this movie and I thought was funny at times, but also like he just sort of kind of got on my nerves.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
And I know that's kind of meant to be the point, but you're also supposed to sort of like the Flash, and I never really liked the Flash in this film. A very big flaw with this movie. Second act is like getting to see Batman, recruiting him, and then going to get Supergirl. And then the third act is like General Zod. And none of it is cohesive or really strewn together very well.
Some things should work, but do they?
The tone is all over the place. It kind of looks scary at parts, but it's very cartoonish. And then the CGI looks bad, but they're trying to take it seriously at parts. But then it's ridiculous in other moments. And I just found the tone to be wild and all over the place. I guess it's a multiverse film, and so it kind of is supposed to feel that way. But I just didn't enjoy it.
Who spanked you?
I actually think Spider-Man No Way Home did the multiverse with the multiple Spider-Man and villains from other universes. I thought were done a lot better. Yes, there's some great cameos, but again, great cameos, nostalgia, and some humor doesn't make a good film if you don't have characters I like, a great story, awesome conflict, a good villain or antagonist, and this film doesn't have any of that. This movie was kind of a letdown on almost every level besides it being somewhat entertaining. So that means I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie, The Flash, a C. What did you all think of The Flash? I would love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. Was this a letdown, or was this one of your favorite DC films to date? I'd love to hear your comments down below, and while you're down there, click that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Help me get to that goal of 200 subscribers by the end of this year, and you can help me do that by simply clicking that button. Thank you so much. Thank you for checking out Mr. T's Film Preach. Come back and check out some other videos like Elemental and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Have a great day, everyone. Stay focused, stay awesome, and as always, let's get taught.